I got a fucking putting green back there. Debating on even getting a DSLR because of that, but then I was like, what am I really filming that's going to be more than 30 minutes?
Yeah, there's a thing that you can do to avoid it. You have to, it's an attachment, and I'll probably get there eventually because it's really fucking annoying. And I'll also probably...
like, I don't do podcasts, so...
And I'll probably also, like, stream it into my computer eventually. I just, like, it's just so much more to learn. I gotta ChatGPT it and learn it,
Run it through ChatGPT.
Get it all
That's what they should be doing at the porn things. Like, that makes me think that they want underage shit is because you could just send that through AI. Even if it fucks up a couple of them, it's going to be way more accurate than some asshole sitting behind a computer.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can be doing that too, and I'm sure they are, but at the same time, the whole episode just got me, like, I can't even, like, quote what she said, but it's just so much deeper than that they even know it's happening, and they're not going to stop because they're making so much money. Yeah. Then it all just comes back to money. And they found out a way how to just kind of like sweep it under the rug, clean their slate. Nobody knows about it. You know, it doesn't make the media. Nobody gets
and those people are
aware.
Who? Ask Kanye West.
Yeah, dude, you saw his thing. You saw his thing. I sent it to my friend. She goes, "I don't get it." It was literally him saying like Net and Yahoo, and he brought in Net and Yahoo. Yeah. And like every time I ever heard that name, I would always think of that. I'm like, dude, how do you spell this shit?
It's funny like, because it's pronounced Yoo-hoo, but he brought it.
Because I think of it that way
really?
too, dude. Yeah.
Shout out to Yoo-hoo. Used to drink that as a child. New Jersey company.
I hate that shit.
Love Yoo-hoo.
Chocolate milk bullshit.
Classic New Jersey company, along with M&M's, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I respect them.
I saw something cool the other day that the husband and wife made up Barbie and Hot Wheels. And they were like, talk about a power couple that said we go and get this money together.
That's
and I
fucking
said, dude,
sick.
Those are the two coolest fucking like brands. Like, you know, like the OG Barbie and fucking OG Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels fell off. The bottom, like when I was a kid, you could turn it over and it would look like a real car was imprinted in the bottom. And now they don't have the mechanics on it. It's just a flat die cap.
Oh, that's stupid. They don't put the... Like I know what you're talking about.
The exhaust. It had like exhaust and shit. Yeah, I still...
So is that those ones that have it are probably going to be more collectible type?
Yeah, I have like pretty much everything from when I was a child, and I just go through and sell it if it's worth money. And if not, I usually just keep it in case I have a kid. I'm like, oh, this is... By the time my kid's a kid, nobody's going to have anything physical. It's going to all be like an eye on in a digital world.
Think so?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I think that's where they want the world to go, but I feel like the more things go digital, the more people look back at the past and want something physical because...
I think it's up to you as like
my
your
generation
immediate family.
Is the generation that's going to... the majority of my generation, I think, is going to regret how much they discarded physical media, whereas the younger kids, I think they're going to want that because they never grew up with it.
Right.
Whereas like my generation, I think they're like, oh, well, I could save all this space. I don't need this, blah, blah, blah. But then like somebody doesn't like what's in a movie. Netflix could just take a little scene out and put it up there. And now you don't have the actual movie. Or like somebody could just say, I don't like this movie anymore. We're never going to put it on streaming services.
I see what you're saying. Like don't have the original DVD anymore.
Because there's a lot of things like that.
Shits now.
There's a lot of stuff that comes out where they're like, oh, these lines are taken out of these movies.
Yeah,
and like people have to put them on YouTube. And it's like, well, eventually they could just take all of that off of YouTube and nobody has any of that.
Yeah, I hate
or like books, you could just change a little bit of a book, and if you don't have the original book, so like that's why I think it's important to save that.
True.
But I also see the other side of it that you shouldn't have your life cluttered.
True.
But I think that there's a good, like, there's something important about, like, preserving physical things because, like, if a bomb goes off and all we have is hard drives, what the fuck? Even if you have a hard drive and nobody has a computer, how are you ever going to get that information off?
Yeah. I also think that it's one of those things where it's like a conversation starter. So, like, since I'm moving, I've been thinking about this. I obviously been, like, putting all my photos in a photo album, and I'm envisioning I'm gonna put this right under the coffee table, and like it, you know, if somebody ever we're just chilling and it's like, you know, we're hanging out, maybe we're listening to music, you just pick it up and say, yeah, let's look at this, whatever. And then like same thing with like things on the shelf. Like I said, I want a bookshelf. I can't wait, but my bookshelf's gonna be a combination of books and my album books. So, you know, and one day, who cares whether it's family or a new person who just met me, it's a good way to be like, this is part of this is how I look at it. It's like, this is part of me.
Yeah.
You know, these are things I've done. These are photos I've taken. Like, it starts conversation. So physical things are good for that, because also you don't want to be staring at, like, people that have like Kindles or whatever they're called, and they read on the beach on this fucking screen. I'm like, bro, how do you even see that? Like, I got my physical book next to my face.
Yeah.
It's so sunny. I can't even read this shit. And yeah, I'm just like, that's crazy to me. Like, I need a physical book.
Also, photos are another thing. Like, we're probably the most photoed. We're definitely the most photo generation ever.
Stop.
But most of us probably, especially like before the cloud, every time you got a new phone, nobody really kept those photos because nobody was really plugging in the thing. So we're like going to be one of the only generations where a lot of our photos aren't even there anymore.
You got to print them. You got to keep them, because I don't even trust that
ones.
shit, dude. Yeah. You know? Oh my God. I'm so happy we ended up back on photo, because we were talking about a little bit of like address weird shit earlier, and I wanted to tell you this story because you were like saying address, like chill with the address.
Oh, you don't want me to say
motherfucker,
where you lived?
And you were like, oh, you're not going to be here any longer. I said, yeah, this has got me sparked up, and it relates to this. Bro, can you fucking believe that this guy that I was talking to went off the rails? And I just said, you know what? Like, the point where, like, it's one of those things where they say, like, they speak less about I and more about you. Like, he's saying, like, you're gonna regret this. You're gonna realize that I was your soulmate. You just don't see it yet. Don't fucking tell me how I feel, motherfucker. I'm telling you, because I'm an honest person. I'm telling you, like, hey, buddy, like, this was just fun, and that's on me. You know, I shouldn't do that. So either way, that's a little backstory of like the like weirdness, right? Had to like cut it off, and I hate doing that. You know, I don't want to hurt anybody, and he wasn't hurt. He literally said, "It's okay." He's saying all the positives. You know, you showed me so much. You're this, you're that, this. Don't worry about it. You're gonna realize that I'm this. I just blocked him. I said, "There's no getting to this person. He's not saying he's gonna kill himself. We're good." So a month goes by. I get something in the fucking mail, and it's a fucking nude, bro. In the mail, the UPS motherfucking mail, bro.
A naked photo.
A whole book of nude of me that he took, and like, I didn't send it. Like, it wasn't artsy. I literally looked disgusting, and it was like selfies of me, selfies of him. It was just like a whole thing. And I've bought books online where like they make your photo and you pay like through Shutterfly or something, and they make you a book. So he uploaded it to a public source.
Oh.
They saw my nudes because I hope not, but I mean, like,
obviously
that's
somebody did, yeah. Because somebody had to package it, send it, even if it was just a computer, put them on the page. I was thinking it was like what I do, where he got them printed, like he got them printed out, and then he put them in the little sleeves.
You do that, like, that would be even different, but you still printed them out. But like,
that would still be crazy. But this is even like, this is professionally done.
It wasn't like you go to, like you said, and you put it in the book. No, it was like a legit one
printed out on a page,
one-on-one, and it was all sealed together. And
how many do you think he made himself a copy too?
And the whole thing also was like, if you are going to do something weird like that, there are ways to do that and be considerate. That, like, you know, if you're smart, like, I literally think this person's retarded, because like, if you're smart, you would just have a printer at home and you would just print the pictures, cut them out, put them in a fucking scrapbook, and mail it to me and be like, I thought I was being cute. Like, no, you're being retarded. Like, you know that you literally just did an illegal activity, and I chat GBT'd it, and he 100% did. Whether I voluntarily sent a nude to somebody, the fact that as soon as you publicly share it, when you go on any site and make a canvas, because make it into a sticker, you're giving that data to that server, to that company. They can do whatever the fuck they want with it. If the feds come and say, show me that, they can do whatever the fuck they want. So that's why,
well, I mean, it's creepy regardless, but if he printed it out at his house, that wouldn't be illegal.
No.
But it would be creepy and weird.
It would be creepy and weird.
Unless, like, you guys were like, and he's like, oh, I love this picture of whatever.
And he wasn't blocked for a month and a half.
I love this picture of you from the back. Let me just, like, or this butt pic that you sent me. But the fact that it's, like, something that he took, is it, like, if you send him, like, nice, like, tasteful nudes and he was like, oh, this girl's so hot.
No,
printed them out, still would be weird. But not illegal and way less just like serial killer-esque.
Mike, it was crazy. I know that's what my friend said. She was like, bro, what? She goes, and the UPS mail is what gets me.
Yeah, he put it, well, no, good thing because if he delivered it, that would be weird.
Well, there's the catch is that it lives in another state.
Oh, okay.
Lives in another state. Flew here a couple times. We hung out, and the only reason I had my address because one time I was sick, and he was like, "I'm a DoorDash you dinner and like all this like ice cream," and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And like shouldn't have done it. I totally like understand. Like I need to not engage with certain people,
also,
and I'm learning.
That's like a.
But
it is dumb, but that's like an innocent mistake. Like somebody's like, "Let me send you something," and you're not even thinking like, oh, is this creep gonna eventually send me like a picture of my asshole? Like, what the fuck?
Bro, so that was happened like a week
Do you still
and a
have
half
the
ago.
book?
I burned it. I literally took a picture and I didn't even I opened it and I was like, ah! What the caption said. Summer of love.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I hate that I'm even voicing this. I feel stupid.
Was there a return address?
Me, but no. It was to the place that he paid to get it fucking done.
So you don't know his address?
No.
Because I was about to say.
Yeah, I know.
You should send him like a picture of like another person's dick that you took and just print it out and put it in an envelope and send it to him and be like, fall of love.
It is what it is.
But what if your coffee table book, that's his?
I did say I'm going to... Oh my God.
Coffee table.
Has company over.
Yeah. You want to see my girlfriend?
No. This motherfucker ain't got no friends. I'm just kidding. Wish him well on your name, boy. But
please don't come kill us.
Dude, we good.
Don't go to Algonquin.
What's that? Oh my God, I hate you. I go, what's that?
Well, if you can't find it, then I don't think they will. If you don't know where Algonquin is, I don't think they do.
Dude, that's fucking funny. All right, let's take a pause. I'm going to take a pee. We're going to take a break.
All right.
That was good.
Break it up.
Yeah. That's good that you can grow it. Some people fucking can't.
I was nervous about how it was going to grow back in, but I was just so tired of constantly getting haircuts to
Dude, that's
so
that's funny you say that. My friend's boyfriend said that shit.
I was like, I'm always in a hat, yet I'm paying $30 to $40 a month to get a haircut. And then then sometimes I'm like, I'll be cheap, and then I won't do it for 2 or 3 months. But then I start feeling worse because my hair starts getting crazy. And then I'm getting depressed and I don't realize it until I get a haircut. I'm like, oh yeah, because I was looking at myself looking like a fucking slob. And to save
I'm glad guys have the same.
To save $80.
Said that.
But in my 20s, I wish I realized that because sometimes I would
Think about it. We have to do our hair every day.
I would go 4 months sometimes in my 20s. I think if I didn't not even to sound like a cool guy, but if I wasn't able to get laid, I think I would have realized it quicker. Hey, you feel bad about yourself sometimes because you're letting your hair grow like a fucking asshole for 4 months, and you're not caring about yourself. And I think I would have realized that more if girls didn't pay
guy getting
attention.
A haircut is so obvious.
Yeah.
It will, because I work with all dudes, and for some reason maybe they're just on the same cycle of haircuts. But it will be hey Dom, you look really nice. You got your haircut.
Yeah.
I could see it instantly.
It took me 33 years to even realize that.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy. So I shaved it, and then I was like, I always wear hats, so it's never gonna look bad. So then I shaved it, and I was like, oh, I actually don't look bad with a shaved head. I was so worried about it, and I didn't look bad with a shaved head.
Well, you're not receding or anything, right?
No.
Well, you don't have to show.
No, but to let them know.
Let them know.
This is
He's
all
not
real.
hiding anything.
This
He
is
just
all,
likes
look
that.
back there. You see that top? That's how you really know. You should check that top out.
Mike, I hate to tell you this, but wait until you see the footage.
It's all gone. Got a fucking putting green back there.
Is that what they call it?
No, I don't know. I was just imagining like a
My
golf
dad
course.
and uncles
like
have this.
the like putting green is always like cut closer than the fucking grass.
That's hilarious. Are you a golfer?
I do enjoy
like
golf.
you-
It's expensive though.
Really?
It's like $80-$90 to go, and then I lose fucking $30 in balls. Fucking
What the fuck?
plus the beers.
Oh my gosh.
It used to be cheaper, like when I was going a lot.
Everything.
It used to be $30 to play. And
What, you're
then,
playing fucking putt-putt mini golf?
no, I've been playing a real Minebrook. I don't know what it's called now. That's kind of close to here.
Damn.
But yeah, I haven't played in a while because it's got very bougie. It was always kind of bougie, but it wasn't as popular
Dude.
10 years ago.
Everything.
Yeah,
Costs
everything
money
is
to
just...
take a walk in the park.
Yeah.
You gotta pay to park here, and you gotta pay to get in.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's fucking nuts. Everything is like there's a fee.
Gross.
And they're like, well, we have to maintain it. It's like, why are my taxes going? My taxes should be going to maintaining
They're
parks.
going to another country.
Yeah. I need to get a new alignment every 6 months because of these roads, but all my taxes keep going up. What is going on?
Don't get me started. I did my fucking taxes, and I had to pay so much bullshit.
The past 4 years, for the first time in my life, the past 4 years, I've paid every single fucking year. And it was really because of my health insurance.
Okay, was it more than 3,000? Because mine was.
No, it was not, thankfully. The highest one was 2.
I cried.
I owed $2,200 actually. That was the highest one. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, tell me about when this year comes up. We'll talk again.
Well, this year I'll be better because what it was
I
was
agree. I
had
think I'll be
state
better.
health insurance, right?
Me too.
So they give me
I got fucked.
they give me the price. Then at the end of the year they go, "Oh no, you should have had a higher price."
Thank you.
No, you should have given me the higher price in the fucking beginning, asshole. This is the contract we signed. Why are you fucking trying to hit me now on the back end? I would have never went to you. I went to you because it was that price.
I know.
I would have went through my job and not you fucking clowns.
Same.
And now I go to my job,
Same.
I pay maybe $50 more than what it was.
Uh-huh.
All of my prescriptions are lower.
Dude, this happened to me. You're
All
not
my
alone.
doctor's appointments are lower, and now I won't have to pay taxes. So it's like I'm paying
I
what
got
I ended up
fucked
having
in
to
the
pay
same way.
$2,200. Now I'm only paying $600. So I'm saving
Fuck
$1,500,
state
$1,600.
Insurance. That's what happened to me.
But it was
I
good
said
for
the
me
same
during
thing. I signed
COVID.
this contract. I would have never been involved. You didn't tell me from the jump. And fine print.
Oh, we'll make it up in the back end. But it was good for me the first
Got
2 years during
fucked.
COVID when I was unemployed because
That's different,
I was
probably.
actually
You don't have a
paying.
choice,
I was actually
maybe.
paying $10 and they never hit me on the back end. But then I kept it because I was like,
Because
they
your
adjusted it. They
by
were like,
year
what's
wasn't
your
showing enough."
salary this year? So I added it and then I did the math and I was like, oh, this is still way cheaper. But not thinking, oh no, they're just gonna be like, oh no, you actually do need to pay more later. So I
Dude.
kept it, and then I was like, oh, maybe there was an issue. So then the following year I did it again, and I was making more, but I submitted it, and they gave me it for that price again.
I agree. I
And then they-
submitted my new amount.
Yeah.
And they said, you're still approved. This is how much you're going to be making. And I said, oh, it's $20 cheaper than my job. Why not I just stay? And this smart ass bitch at my job, she was like, Heidi, I'd be careful. She's like, so like, I'd been through this with my parents. She's like, da 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 da. She's like, be careful. Like, I don't know. They're probably going to fuck you on the end. And then I literally go, I'm so pissed. And she's like,
You're like the third person too. I thought it was just me, and then I was talking to this other guy, and when my company switched,
yeah, don't do that.
we switched with the insurance, and this dude, he's from Peru. He was like, state insurance, no good. And I said, you have it too? And he was like, yeah, no good, too much money, taxes. And I said, me too, at the end. He said, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Everybody's getting fucked by these guys.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you're going to pay, my thing was like $450, and then they would pay $300, let's say. So I paid $150 a month.
Yeah.
And I said, perfect. This is cool. And then at the end of the month, oh no, we shouldn't have been giving you $400. We should have been giving you $50.
Yeah.
So you do 400 times 12 plus this, plus that, plus this. Oh, you owe us $3,000. I said, And the only reason why I got also down from that is because I was not a full-time student, but I was in school. So when you're in school, you could write off certain things. I wrote off certain things for working from home, which literally, $10, $20, you know what I mean?
And then you got to fucking save all your receipts. It's
they're like, you don't have
damn.
to sign this. Like, you could do it yourself and try to tweak things almost, but they were like, you're really not going to get much back. Like, this is like kind of where you're at. And I was like, I'm an idiot for thinking that they're actually going to help you. There's always something that's going to bite you in the butt, but you don't want the government involved with any of your shit.
Never.
Like, let my job pay half of it. Let me just pay this. And now I'm going to get back pissed off again because once I move, I have to get a different insurance because it's but my employer did tell me to just wait it out because we're switching in December anyway. Like, everybody is going to have to redo something. So, like, once I'm out there, I'll call the lady and be like, hey, I live in Florida,
1 month.
but my job is in New Jersey. So, like, which one do I get? And if it's $50 more, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing whatever my job is doing because the same reason.
I was paying $125 a month with them. My prescriptions were $30.
How many? Sorry, I missed.
$125 a month with the state insurance. Now,
damn, you were like, I got a deal.
Now I only pay $175 a month. Don't have to pay an extra $2,100 at the end of the year. My prescriptions are now $10, and it's like, okay, yeah. So why the fuck was I even doing that? Why didn't they give me the real price in the beginning?
Because I told them how much I was going to be making.
Tell me that, no, it's actually $250. If I owe you $2,000 at the end of the year, that means basically you were off by $100. That means I'm paying like $225.
No, I did the math too. I was so pissed. I was like, I was literally basically paying almost $300 a month.
And you definitely never go to the doctor. So
no, I do, dude.
You do? You go to the doctor a lot?
I use that shit up. I eat that shit up. I literally, listen to this, I literally even counted it. It was like 30 times because I'll go everywhere. Like, I went to a kidney specialist because my blood work came back. I got my blood work taken probably 50 times. Not really, but like a lot, because I was just like, my one level was high and I wanted to just check it again. Like, you really don't have to. I'm
What's
like, no,
the
I want
co-pays
to.
on that?
Like, usually $30 with mine.
Okay, that's not bad.
And I'll do it. And then the gyno, I go every single time I'm feeling any type of weird. I probably would go like maybe 7 times out of the year. And then I had...
Every other month you having somebody look at that thing?
Yeah. And then I had a feeling on my boob, and I was like... I went back a couple of things for that. And then I had them do an ultrasound. I went to a foot specialist. Like, I'll fucking eat that shit up.
I would love to go to a foot specialist.
I didn't even tell you, dude. I went to a fucking neurologist because I was having headaches.
Insane.
Bro, listen, it's actually crazy, but like I need to laugh about it. But I had a health scare. Like, I literally had a health scare because I was having headaches. I was waking up in the middle of the night. It was only on the right side of my head. It was really painful. It was weird. And I don't struggle with headaches. I don't struggle with migraines. And it was 1 month, May, a little bit in March. And I said, this is weird. It's waking me up. I'm angry. Like, anything waking me up, I'm angry. And I fucking said, well, let me just go. She did the whole test. You know, she said, if it's in a tumor or anything, you would have, like, memory problems. And I was like, and she goes, I could write you a script to go get a CAT scan if you want. And I said, I feel better with that. So she writes that out. And since it was a specialist, this was $50. Then I went to the next place and I got the CAT scan done. And in the CAT scan, they found a lump in my pituitary gland on my brain. And this is literally 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, they call me and they're like, yeah, you need to do an MRI because we found like a lump in your brain. And I'm thinking I'm gonna die, you know? Like, I'm thinking like, holy shit, I don't want to look this up. And they said it's very common. There's like 10,000 a year prescribed. Actually, ChatGPT that. They didn't tell me that. I looked it up. And they were like,
through AI.
And they were like, you know, like, but the way they sounded about it was like, I'm worried because it's me, but like, don't worry. Like, they were very chill about it. They were like, kind of like,
happens
where
all the time.
Where it is, it wasn't like.
We see lump brains all the time. Don't worry.
So then I go and do the MRI, and that was crazy, Mike. They had to fucking do an IV because they wanted it with contrast. So
contrast with what?
Contrast is they put something in your veins and it goes into you so like they can see the picture better.
Oh.
And you feel it, your arm, it feels like you have to pee, like it feels warm, like it's weird. And you're in the MRI I was in there for an hour and you can't move.
Yeah, I've only had to do one once as a child, and I remember they had to keep redoing it because I would like slightly move.
I
and it
did
was
not.
fucking miserable.
That part I was fine.
I'm
Like
not good with that.
in there I was fine. The prep was weird because I changed into a gown naked, and they put the IV in me, and it has this little slot. Like there's no bag hanging out of me. It's just the needle. Then they take the needle out, put a plastic in me, and I'm just hanging around, and I feel the like pressure of it. And then they hook it up to the thing that's going into me, and they said it's a saline, whatever the fuck it was. And then like I started getting lightheaded, and she's like, this is anxiety. Like, this is anxiety, you know? I'm like, I'm gonna pass out. She goes, well, what are you doing after this? I go, I'm going to a funeral. She was like, oh my God. And I was like, I know. I was like, I know. It's a really hard day. You know? I was like, I just want to get this
She
over
probably
with.
shouldn't have done it today.
No, I wanted to do that shit as soon as they called me. I had to wait a whole week to get the appointment to the MRI.
And that makes you nervous,
From the CAT
that
scan
stuff?
to the MRI. I just want to know. I want to know. I want to know now. You know what I mean? Because I can't. I stopped thinking about moving. Like it was all signed and done, but like I had no excitement
How did I not hear about this?
because I was just going through it, and I already worried so many people that like it's like I'm not just gonna be like, hey, it might be having a lump in my brain.
Well,
You know
you
what
should
I mean?
probably tell me that. Hey, I might not be moving to Florida because I found a lump on my fucking.
I just was in
pineal
I
gland.
was in a state like, and I found out while I was at work, and it was just like I was really scared, obviously, and then like I did everything and nothing. It's just a small, like tiny thing, and the pituitary gland is the smallest gland, and it's the master gland, and it's right behind your nose. It's in the middle of your brain.
The middle of the brain.
So when they do have to do it, like if they had to remove it, it would be through your nose, and it's like the master gland of like hormones, and I was like, oh my God. And my people are like, well, that's why you're crazy. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I really hope that you're
I got
wrong.
a pituitary issue.
So they said the headaches would have nothing to do with that. Like, it would be more like vision. Like, it would affect, if it was growing and touching my nerves, like, I would lose my vision. I would be peeing a lot because it affects your hormones. Like, my periods would be weird. Like, like things that have to do with that.
Pussy
stress.
wetter.
Who the fuck knows? And I'm just going through the motions, and I forgot the whole reason why I'm telling you. Oh, basically just because I use insurance to the
use
ass.
insurance all the
Because
time.
this is why you have to. Because at the same time, I was not going to go because I said to because now I'm on my works insurance while this is all happening, and I said since this whole year that was last year. I said fuck no. So I've been on this, but I said to my coworker, she said, listen, I have the same insurance as you, and I just got a CAT scan. Like, go do it. It's $100 for the copay. I've yet to get the bill, but we'll see. And she's like, it's $100 for the copay. Just do it. And I was like, I don't know. I haven't had headaches in like 2 months. I was like, I think like I just shouldn't go. And then and that whole thing happened. I said, thank God you told me to go. And then the MRI and the MRA came back, and it basically says, there's no
Damn,
blockages.
you got an MRA too? What even is that?
That's the opposite, where it will see like the blood flow. It's like the different diagram. Like the one is like the masses and like that
It's
kind
like
of
a negative,
structure. Like if you
positive
look
photo?
if you look on it on like Google, and then like even I put my results in ChatGPT once I talked to the doctor, and she said everything's good. I still want to like show it to one more neurologist just so they can kind of get me like feeling better. But whatever they wrote, I put it into ChatGPT, and it literally said like there's like everything's perfect and this is excellent, and you have nothing
I'm
to
gonna
worry
end up
about.
just dying.
And I was most likely born with it. No, men literally need to go do shit. Like
Bro.
you need to get. When was the last time you got blood work, bro?
Well, so I do get blood work every year, but it's
But,
just like the basic blood work.
Hey, I'm surprised though that shit lasted for like our whole like.
See how when I cough, I'm already done with you, specialist.
We're back.
One time I did have to see a specialist about my dad.
It's not on.
That was because I was being a professional when I coughed. Turned it off.
What are you gonna say?
I had to see one time a specialist about my wiener, and it was like the most embarrassing thing ever. Turned out to be nothing, and I paid $50, and then I was pissed, and like everybody was like, "Yeah, but don't you feel better? You paid $50, and like it was nothing. Like now you know." And I was like, I guess, but like could have not went. But like when it comes to like your dick, like you kind of like that's important.
Dude,
Anything is important, but I feel like that was like my number one priority. It was weird. It was like I had like a weird like bump, and then I was immediately like, "What the fuck is this?" So then I just went. Well, I waited
on the
like
outside.
yeah, on the outside, like on the bottom. It was just like it looked like how kind of like a pimple would look, but like nothing white or anything. It's just like a weird.
I've had that. Yeah, that's like the cyst type shit.
A sebaceous cyst. And like he was like, well, what have you been doing? And I was playing hockey a lot of the time. This was in the winter. And we were renting out this ice rink in Menin. Now it's probably $1 million to do. But like we used to all just put in $20. We would get like 2 hours from like 10 to 12 on like a Thursday. So I was playing hockey a lot, and I was like, it was like sweating from cold and just like in the sweatpants and stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, it's from sweat like clogging up like a follicle.
Yeah.
But like it was like 2 weeks, and then I was like, oh man, and I was like I want to know what this is, but I was like, this is also embarrassing to like go to.
Yeah.
And it was so embarrassing. It was literally like a doctor standing. They're sitting like this. I'm standing up, and like he pulled my pants down.
Well, that's weird.
And, like he was like, okay,
don't let him demasculate you.
Pulled my pants down, like had the gloves on, and then just like lifted up my dick. Like look.
Okay, I'd be like, sir, I can do this.
Looked at it like this, and he goes, oh yeah, this is a sebaceous cyst. And then like bounced, and I was like, so that was $50. 10 seconds was $50.
No, well, I think it's worth it.
I guess it was, but I was just saying that like.
Because what if it wasn't?
True.
So that's what it comes down to.
I'm always thinking how many things that I think need specialists are nothing.
No,
but
I know.
eventually it's got to be something.
Well, you don't want to put that on you. Maybe you get your whole fucking life and you don't have to fucking
No, I
deal
definitely
with that
I gotta get a little
shit,
bit of shoulders checked out. My feet are always fucking constantly in knots from walking so much. I need to get that looked at.
I just want to be a fucking yoga master. I went to yoga the other day with Rose actually, and I literally like my reaction of yoga is I need to do that 7 days a week like a goddamn religion, because the difference is it's physical, of course, but it's mental, and it's essentially somebody telling you how to breathe and relax. Like it's breath work.
Yeah, it's breath work.
It's essentially like somebody just kind of being like for this whole minute you're gonna breathe out. For this whole minute you're gonna breathe in. Like doing that for an hour a day is a dramatic difference on your person.
Definitely.
And then along with stretching, I said, this is what my body needs. Not really a doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like not really somebody to crack me and
put
some
me in a
people
machine
do.
or something.
Some people take a pill. Like I don't really need to do that. Like, but I do need to do something. And that's kind of how that's what we just did. I love hot yoga. And when I go to Florida, I'm gonna be doing that shit on the beach.
Hot yoga's
real
rough.
Hot yoga.
Hot yoga's rough. I used to do yoga a lot.
Yeah, you were telling me that, I remember.
Yeah, because I always feel like, and which is weird because I'm more flexible than a lot of my friends, but I always talk to them and none of them feel like their muscles are constantly like straining like mine do. But I'm so much more flexible than them. So I was going to yoga for a little bit, and yeah, it's awesome.
In person
yoga classes. Yeah, my job offers them for free. So like I would sneak out and go to get some yoga done, but I'm bad at, unless like I have like the specific allotted time. If like I have to do like, oh, there's 3 yoga classes and I have to pick which one like each day around my schedule,
it's gonna throw you off.
I'm easily gonna fall out of, like I could do it for 2 weeks.
I need that, though.
The 2 day that I don't like do it, then I'm like easily already falling out of it. Then it's like I only do it 2 days a week. Then I'm down to 1.
Set it on like an alarm, set it on a calendar. I literally set it up so like in my calendar it will say like for F45, because I pay for 2 times a week because it's so expensive there. But I like classes, you know. I don't want to go to the gym and like pick up weights and not know what to do. I generally go there because I want someone to tell me how to lift the weights. So I don't care paying the price, but it's 2 days a week. So I'll put in my calendar every whatever I decided to do. Since I work from home on Tuesday, I do like usually Monday and Thursdays there, and then the other 2 days I'll do something at Crunch or something at home, and yoga or something on the weekends outside, and I'll make it so it's reoccurring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it kind of just pops up, and I'm just remind myself, hey, you're paying.
If I was paying, then I would have my schedule around it. But since it's free and they only offer them during work hours, that's annoying. I have to like finagle my job to do it. So then there might be one day where I can't.
Yeah, no, that's annoying.
And then it throws me off. I need like routine constantly and like a structure, or else I'll
Yeah, no, that
left to my own
that's
devices,
different.
I
That's
become
different.
a real
I would be sweaty
pig.
fucking. Yeah, I was just gonna say pig. I would be a sweaty fucking pig.
They have showers there though. So
I know, but as a
some days
woman, you would have to do your hair, you'd have to do your
True.
makeup. Like at least, yeah, you would just change.
I
real
put
quick,
a hat
but
on, like even if my hair is like in the winter, like because I'll go to the gym sometimes at like 5 a.m, then I'll clock in at like 6, and then I get my shower in and everything.
Yeah.
And even the winter, like I just put my winter hat on in case like my hair is a little wet.
blows away.
Yeah, it's a little wet, so nobody sees me dripping. Like, where the fuck were you?
Who is this guy? He doesn't cut his hair for 4 months.
Yeah, this fucking beetle,
Gabagool.
fucking Ringo Starr.
Yeah, you look like Ringo.
But sometimes I'll go there like if I had work like late the night before my like side job, and I don't get to shower, I'll just go in the morning and I'll shower there because I have my gym membership, so I could just use the shower, their towels and shit.
Yeah.
I'll just go to work. It's nice.
I know we're like jib jabbing, but I did. This is what we were saying earlier, just how you were saying that people, like girls nowadays, seem more angry online, and
Yeah.
they're just like always thinking about. We were saying like always just thinking about like the worst and shit. And I was gonna say I was kind of talking about this with my friend the other day, just how in life, and it kind of ties into what we're saying, like taking care of yourself, like living life and stuff. Is just that you have to do these things because life is fucking short and it can happen in the split of a dime, and you have to, when you realize that, when you accept that life can happen like this in one moment. Like if I got that call and they said, actually, Heidi, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My whole reality would be different from then on in, and I'm doing the same thing I do every day, and that one call is going to change my whole trajectory. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to realize like these things can happen. You know, so when you have that reality check, you tend to be more grateful. In my mind, you tend to be more appreciative. You tend to be more in touch with yourself and in life, and just like, hey, you know what, dude, I'm gonna not care. I'm not gonna be angry. I'm not gonna let this person bother me. But these people who are like that, they're not. Maybe life didn't hand it to them as tough. Maybe they didn't have that reality check. Maybe they don't want to accept that reality check. Whatever it is, it's like, I feel bad for them almost. Like I have almost like empathy, because it's like they're vibrating. This is what I was going to get at. Is like they're vibrating at this, like in my mind, like low frequency where they don't see the goodness in life. They don't see how quick it could go.
Well, a lot of them aren't living in like all of their life is online. So it's all,
which is fake.
It's everything is like
90% of it. I mean, there's a lot of real shit
and
too.
whatever they look at like is they're gonna be fed more of. So if they're looking at shit that's like constantly like, oh,
reassuring them.
Look at how bad women have it. Look at how bad this is. But they're not like living life and seeing experiences and experiencing that. If they're just seeing it online, then they just make that the reality, and they stay online and they stay engaged in this negative stuff. And most of these people do not have real life connections, which is one of the reasons why they're like
depressed
and like angry, but they don't realize it. They think that they're getting angry at this stuff, but that stuff is just sort of like reassuring their like lonely anger.
Yeah.
And men do it too. Men, there's a lot of like
I think
men.
we all do it.
There's like this weird like gender war that's going on right now online, and it happens a lot with younger people. And it's really weird because like younger women and younger men, none of them have any of the real problems that they're like trying to say women and men have. Like women can do literally anything. They're CEOs.
They have so much to be thankful for.
There's billionaires. They
opportunities everywhere.
Everything that you think is like, oh, I'm being held back as a woman is you're holding yourself back with that mentality.
Say, yeah,
and
you're
men
choosing.
Too, they're like, yeah,
the
sure.
choice.
Like we were saying about how in the dating apps, it is a little bit harder for men now because like women are really only going for 10%. So it is a little bit harder, but you have to also adjust. Like you can't just be like, oh, I hate women because none are talking to me. It's like, how many are you approaching in real life? Mm-hmm. Or are you just staying on the apps, but you know only 10% of them are doing that?
And just talking.
So you have to go out in real world, embarrass yourself with women, fucking fail a bunch of times, succeed once, say, oh, this is what didn't work. This is what works. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what, like, even having sex,
builds
like,
character.
like your first, like, fucking 20 times having sex is is never like this, like story like straight out of a porno. It's always awkward, like what? Oh, everybody's a little nervous. Shit, like you have to work out all those
real shit.
You have to work out those kinks to get comfortable with real life shit, and it's like everybody. If they have one negative interaction, they're automatically. It's never like, oh, it's like, oh, they didn't like me for this, or oh, they're a liberal, they're a conservative.
Label to give
anything to take it away from themselves. Like, oh no, maybe you're awkward at talking to people. You need to get better at it.
Ownership.
Or, oh, maybe.
Ever heard of it?
Maybe, bitch, you're miserable, and when you talk to somebody, you come off miserable, and you already are like, oh, I hate men, and that's why you get that reaction. Or maybe you come off as a weird guy.
Mirroring is true.
Maybe you come off as a weird guy who seems a little too desperate, and they could pick up on that vibe, even if you're not saying anything weird. It's like you have to get better at being comfortable with human interaction.
Yeah,
is like a huge thing.
Because of social media.
100%, because nobody knows how to engage anymore. Yeah. And everybody is like, thinks that their opinion is the fucking like gold.
No,
it's like nobody cares.
I'll catch myself and then I try to like slap myself and be like, no, dude, like you know, like put it down, or like, you know, we're all victims. Like,
it's
we're
easy.
All consumers.
It's so easy.
We're totally. I'm not taking myself out of this situation, but it's being aware and like understanding this, because you'll have to do it, or you're gonna be literally like isolating yourself in this like made up thing.
It's also easier for me to say because I didn't have that. Like, MySpace came out when I was 16. I didn't have a MySpace until I was a senior in high school, and then I got a Facebook like right after I graduated. So like, I'm not like blaming these people, because it's so easy as a kid to get caught up in that.
No, exactly.
That's what's going on.
Everybody's on there, and it's a good way to interact, and it's like this whole, you know, it like it has its pros, you know, like there are a lot of things that, you know, I tell people all the time, like I like it, and I'll never stop liking it, because I keep in touch with people who live far, and I like to say, oh, this person just traveled here, this is a dope pic. I love to comment on it. I love to be like involved with what they're doing, because I can't physically be there. Like, I like that.
Yeah, the engagement is nice.
The free speech, like I like that shit. Like, that is what it should be. You know, I like when people are so vulnerable. I'm like inspired by that. I'm like, damn. I mean, don't fucking share you doing something, you know what I mean? Do your thing, but like there's limits to this shit.
You need a balance though. You need like you can't be living your life through other people's. You have to get your own experiences.
Yeah, you do.
As well, like you can't, like a lot of the times you're sitting in your fucking room looking at people traveling, and you're like, oh, this and this, and it's like, okay, so go travel.
Yeah, you wish.
Go travel. Or like you see people doing all this stuff, and you're like, oh, it can't be me. I'm not good looking enough, or they don't like me because I'm black, or because I'm a woman, or because I'm a man, like, or like I'm a white man, so I can't do this. And it's like, dude,
that's limits, like you said earlier. That's limits on
yourself out.
You're literally counting yourself out. I don't feel bad for you, because you all have a choice. Literally, you make a decision for yourself, and I'm choosing to like go and participate and go be involved with these things, because I'm realizing, hey, me sitting here behind the screen is not fucking doing anything for me. Like, I want to go be involved. I want to go participate. Like, one of my favorite things is when I do go out and I meet somebody and I'm like, dude, I don't care if I ever see this person again, but that fucking conversation that I had inspired me for the next fucking years of my life. Like, because I had this interaction with this person, like, thank you for being a human being. Like, I constantly get reassured of that. It's just like, this is dope. Like, so happy I met you. I don't even know your fucking name. Like, you know, but we just had a cool connection. We're both humans. When I went to a festival, I did this thing where anybody who was taking a selfie of themselves or like videotaping them and their friends, I would go up to them and I would say, let me turn it on you. And because, you know, we're both photographers, I'd be like, let me turn it on you, because you know that feeling when you come home and you got a fucking dope video of you and your friends dancing, because like you always want to ask almost, but you kind of feel like you don't want to bother anybody. So anytime I saw someone doing that, I would be like, you know, like let me turn it on you. I did that to 12 people in one night. Me and my friends counted, and I said, like, I could only, and everybody's reaction was the same, like, thank you so much. Like, people would like get all into their moves with their friends. Like, they were so happy.
Yep.
Couples would be kissing, dancing. I was like, oh, like that was like a cool thing for me. And I was like, I want to do that more often because like.
So, but the young kids aren't getting like the knowledge that like social media isn't real. Like, so you're taking that picture, they're posting that picture, but you're not seeing the rest of what's happening.
Cool
like
interaction of how happy they
how
got.
happy they are, or if there's two miserable people who are fighting all the time, but their
Cheating
Instagram looks happy as fuck. Like, people aren't like little kids. Is easy, and I know this because like
we're talking above 18.
I'm talking about like the social impact of like high schoolers, and like I know from like my cousin,
like
they see like even like rappers and stuff, and they're like, these guys have like $200 million, and I'm like, no, they don't. Like, you don't realize none of this shit is real. This is for show for kids. Like
some of it could be because everybody who has a fucking platform and makes literally 1 million views on a dumbass video does get a check.
But so
and they don't know what to do with it. You could
say, okay, this person gets paid $5 million for this, right? But they have.
I mean, that's a lot.
They have manager like a year, let's say somebody like really popular, but then they have managers, they have lawyers, they have like taxes. Taxes already take out almost half, so they're down to 3. Managers take out like all of this stuff. So people are not as rich, successful, happy as they like.
Definitely not.
Like, so it's when a kid sees that, they're not recognizing like, oh, real life is happening.
Economy works.
Real life is happening behind these scenes. They're just seeing. Oh, look at how much fun all these people are having. I'm not having that. My life sucks. I'm not good. Where it's like, no, all of these people, most of these people who are posting this stuff is because they feel like shit, and the likes is what makes them feel like they're a human.
Yeah, dude, it's literally a serotonin boost, and it's crazy weird.
It's validation for people who don't get it in real life a lot of times, and it like I could tell because I'm a guy, like guys who do it. But, like, I could see a lot of, like, females, too, who, like, you could tell probably are not, like, happy with themselves in life, but the validation, like, kind of does it.
Dude,
and you see, like, the guys who do, like, their, like, little, like, workouts, but aren't really necessarily, like, trying to teach you. It's more like, look at me. Like, that's a sad guy who's just, like, online, and then he'll use that as, like, well, look at how popular I am online. And it's like, yeah, but you're a fucking dork. Like, all those muscles and shit are just because you're a fucking dork.
What's your character like outside of that? Like, are you humble? Like, are you self-centered? You know?
Most of them were fucking, like, dorks
in high school. Your wife?
Are dorks in high school. Now they have muscles.
Are you taking care of your kids?
You could trick somebody into thinking you're cool online when really you're a fucking lame.
No, and I agree. And, like, I mean, that's why you have to read between the lines to be very careful, and you have to actually, like, get to know somebody because you just don't know if somebody like, you know, there's 2 different things. It's like knowing somebody and then you want it to match, but it's very hard, you know? Like, I judge myself on that, you know? Like, I want it to match. I want it to kind of come off as like who I really am. I don't want to show that like every day is great. Like, no, obviously, but like also at the same time, like, you know, it is something where I do go online. I don't want to see someone's sappy story.
Yeah,
like, to be honest with you, like, you know, like there's 2 extremes. You know, 100%. Like, you want to be transparent, you want to be vulnerable, and you want to share like real life shit. And you don't want to be like, oh, look at me. You know, you got to find a happy medium.
There has to be a happy medium because social media in itself is look at me. But it has to be like a honest portrayal. Like, it can't be like I'm posting this to feel better about myself. It has to just be like, this is what I want to share.
This is dope.
Show what my life is.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, think about this is what I remind myself of. Like, think of when Instagram first came out and you had fucking 5 filters. There wasn't all these other crazy stuff on it. It wasn't stories. And like, you would post literally, if we were to take a picture right now, it would literally be this and be like night vibe for the night or whatever the fuck it would be. And it was more or less just like artsy, like real quick in the moment. You don't think about it.
Stories got rid of that.
Yes.
But like when there was no stories, people were posting a lot more real life shit. You don't have to
think about how deep it has to be. Does it have to touch everyone that follows me? Does everybody have to agree? Like, you know, like it does kind of get like that. Like I struggle with that myself. Like, I'm just like, well, I know, you know, back in the day, like my family didn't follow me, you know, like back in the day it was just like the homies and it was like I would smoke weed. I would do whatever the fuck. I would talk about whatever. And I felt very like anything.
Like,
you know, now it's cancel culture. It's, you can't say this. This person's judging you. You can get fired. Like, and that's all reasonable. Like, I understand why it's a problem. It's a business now. It's not an artsy, like, gallery of photos. It's like a
It was also a trick, though, because
mall.
when I first got Facebook, like, I found out people were getting fired for it. But I feel like they didn't tell kids, like, younger than me, like, people in high school who were growing up with Facebook and Twitter, they were never really telling them, like, hey, everything that you do now is, like, almost permanent.
Like staple.
Like everything you do now, at the embarrassing thing you do 15, even if it's, like, smoking weed, you're fucking, like, showing mushroom.
They don't care about
and it's
us,
like,
though, you know?
It's like, but, like, it's eventually, like, still there, which, like, I don't think a lot of people realize, like, when they went to first get jobs and they looked back at their Facebook statuses, they're like, people pulling up old tweets, like, when you're 16 years old, like, you're not tweeting thinking, wow, when I'm 26, I hope nobody fucking reads this.
True.
You're like, I want my 8 friends to fucking giggle at this.
True.
So, like, now I'm sure it's more transparent, but, like, at a time, it was like kids were just so posting
chill
whatever, like posting themselves doing drugs, and then it's like,
I would be like, where my homies at? Like,
yeah,
like, or be like, who wants to get fucked up tonight? Like, who the fuck cares? No, I agree. And this is just funny, just like throwing it back before iPhones. I remember how I would tweet when I had a flip phone, where you would literally hit, like, to say hey, you would be like 8-3-Y, whatever the Y was on the numbers. You would hit all the numbers. Mm-hmm. And I had a number for Twitter, and let's say it was like 7513. It was like a short number, and I had it saved in my phone as Twitter. And I would, anytime I would upload a status to Twitter, I would text that number. Like, I didn't have the app on my phone because I had a flip phone, and I loved Twitter. Like, and if you go back on my, like, my Twitter goes probably like 2011 or 10. Like, I was like, as soon as Twitter came out, I was,
could do apps.
That's how long.
Or like those
and when I would post
phones.
my statuses on Facebook, same thing. Facebook had a number, and to post a status was a certain number. It was like 15678, let's say, and I would be like on my flip phone texting a number, and it would go on my Facebook. Isn't that weird?
That's crazy, because I did everything through. I didn't have a Twitter until 2017.
And I didn't have an iPhone until I was a junior in high school, because I didn't want one, because I literally consciously knew that it was going to consume my everyday life. I remember saying, like, if I have this phone, I'm going to be on Instagram while I'm in the woods. I'm going to be on Instagram while I'm driving. I'm going to be on, you know what I mean? Like, I knew. And then I said, like, I'm going to get one eventually, but I liked having that. If I'm not connected to Wi-Fi, I can't go on this stuff. Like, I can still call my mom because I have a cell phone.
Flip phones, you could do Facebook, because I only did it on a laptop.
Yeah, dude.
Like, because even when I had an iPhone, but they didn't have like a Facebook app yet. So
Crazy.
like, I would have to go to like Safari, and I didn't do anything on my phone. I always did it on the laptop. But I remember the reason that I got Instagram was never thinking what it is now. I was like, oh, you could use those cool old school filters on my eye. Like, that's why I got it, was for photography. I was like, I could take cool pictures with it. And that was like one of the reasons that I wanted an iPhone, was because iPhone was the only one who had Instagram at the time. You couldn't get it at Samsung. Yeah. So when I first got my first smartphone, I was 22, and that, like, I only got it for Instagram, and I got Instagram to take those pictures, never thinking it would be what it is now. Where like I literally thought of it was going to be sort of like a Facebook, like only my friends, my crew, and I could follow like maybe famous people or like
Crazy,
cool artists.
blew up.
Like, I never thought that they would be feeding me random shit that I never needed or wanted.
Seeing someone get assassinated,
Bro,
like literally,
fucking day.
like crazy people getting their head. My coworker was telling me that she's reported something the other day, because we were just saying how, like, it's just so unhealthy how you can see porn, you can see disgusting stuff, like I can't even imagine. Like, I'm so thankful that, like, I just missed the brick of that. Like, I was going out of high school. Like I said, I was a sophomore, so I was going out of high school when it was getting a little bit bigger. But like, the fact that, like, these people are in middle school, in even below that, like second, third grade, with cell phones, seeing crazy shit. Like,
So when I came up, it was like the beginning of the internet, and like the internet was really like the Wild West. Like there was nothing that like obviously. I mean, I'm sure if you were into
you could
little
find
kid
it,
stuff,
sure.
you could find it. But seeing deaths and stuff, it was like right after September 11th. So like 2002, 2003, the Iraq War was really big. There was tons of websites that we would go to daily where you could watch beheadings, stuff like torture from like other
you're
countries.
A horror kid. You're fucking crazy.
No, everybody like everybody in like school, like girl, like there was like all these
Just fucked up
websites,
shit.
like where you because it wasn't just that. It
is like spiking.
It was sort of like
look what I saw.
It was sort of like a
crazy.
social media where you would go to these 5 websites. Newgrounds was one. This was like pre-Reddit. Like, and they would upload all crazy videos daily. So, like, you would see, like, some were funny, like, some were
fucked up.
Like, how reels would be today, but they were a little bit longer. Like, somebody would find a home video of, like, a fat girl singing something, like, on her home camera, and somebody got a hold of it. They would post it there. Like, I remember the last, like, death video I've ever watched was, like, a freshman. My boy was showing me this video of this guy. They tied him in the Middle East, his hands and his legs to a Jeep, different sides, and they just drove apart.
Shut up.
And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, there used to be videos called Pain Olympics, and it was just like women chopping their tits off and shit.
Stop, dude. That's fucked.
Yeah.
Up.
So, like,
no.
now it's more. It's
That's
more mild.
morbid.
Now it's more mild.
No, I get what you're saying because it's regulated.
But you could see, but you're also seeing more of it. And now with regulations, why am I still able to see somebody getting shot to death, but I can't hear somebody say something controversial?
I know.
Like, I can't hear something that you think is racist, but I could watch somebody getting their head blown off.
If you're
going to regulate it,
making a fucking sandwich and you're cutting, they'll fucking mark you. You say bitch or you say like porn. I don't even know the key words, but there's certain words and they'll literally take your shit down. There was my TikTok got banned because I posted a funny video of me pissing in a sink that the sink broke and all the water's going everywhere and you can't see my vagina, like you can't see anything. I literally like it was after the fact and like that was the whole thing.
And even that is crazy because like I see a vagina, I could see, but
I know.
If you can't see if you could see a vagina,
no, but you could see people posting their fucking tits.
But I see butts all day online. So even if it was like a little bit of your
fan previews, like
even if it was like a little bit of like your butt reflection in the mirror, like that's nothing sexual. That's funny.
No, dude, the video I would show to my family members. Like it wasn't bad. If maybe they thought it was like me projecting like whatever, like
vandalized it or something.
But either way, Twitter is the worst with that shit. Instagram is way less, I've realized. But like I don't know. The whole thing is just fucked up. Like all of the social media is just fucked up.
It's just I feel like they do that shit on purpose. Like why am I watching a person die? Like especially now that I know how much you regulate it. Like back when I was watching it, the government didn't even really know what the internet was. Like nobody was like local police were never looking at websites.
The stock people. It all comes down to the stocks, the bankers. It all comes down to all this shit ties in. Like, oh, this is going to be bad for our stock. This is going to blah, 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 plummet. And the whole thing is she reported, just to finish my thought earlier, she reported somebody getting beheaded. And they say, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing wrong with this video. She literally reported it and that was her reaction. And that happened to me too. Like I report shit. Like I don't want to see a motherfucker like some shit is just so like it's rated R. Like it's just disgusting. I literally see some shit and I'm like report. Like you should not have a phone. Like you're disgusting. Fuck. Shit fucking stopped. Intermission. Wait, where's our button? Intermission, the fucking camera. I got 30 minutes because taxes are bullshit. This guy got me a fucking gift.
We're from Joey Diaz's weed.
What? Hell yeah, dude.